tutorial is on how to insert a scene into your animation. Now the reason you would do this is when your partner is finished their 30 seconds and you're finished yours, you're then going to combine them to create your 1 minute or at least 1 minute animation. So you'll see what you need to do is first of all open up both documents on the one laptop. So you need to get your partner's work off his on a USB, put it in and open them both up so you can see the two separate ones here in the tabbed area. So once they're lined up together, it is pretty straightforward. What I've got to do, this one is just like a bit of a moving ball animation that I've done very quickly, and this one is going to be somewhat what would be like a title at the start of a movie. So I'm going to get the ball and put it into this movie. And to do that, you could probably do it a number of ways by just going to the last frame, inserting a keyframe and copying and pasting, but there's probably an easy way to do it so your timeline is more organised. So what you need to do is insert a scene. Now, scenes just work exactly how you would think they do in a movie, where you've made some sort of scene. Maybe it's a car chase scene in the movies, and then the next scene is at a hideout somewhere. So it's a different scene, it's a different setting. So that's pretty much how it works for Flash. So all you do is you go up here to insert and insert a scene. Okay, now I've obviously played around with that before and it was scene, it should be scene 2, but I've had to delete scene 2 and it actually automatically opens to scene 3. That doesn't really matter. But you'll notice next to the edit symbols button, I don't actually have any symbols, so that's why it's not really showing up. But the click on the one next to it actually shows all your scenes. Now you can have as many as you need. And if you wanted to go back to scene number 1, you could go there just by doing that with the same way you would edit symbols. So what I'm going to do is get this ball animation and put it into scene number 3, this one is called. To do that, go back to your old one, click somewhere in the timeline and hit Command A and you'll see everything is highlighted. Now you could do this for 1 layer or 50 layers with 60 frames each, it doesn't really matter. You hit Command A and it'll highlight everything. The next thing you need to do not do Command C, because all that does is copy and it actually won't work. You need to right click once everything's highlighted and hit copy frames. Go back to your other movie here and then in this frame don't hit Command V, you need to right click and do paste frames. There are a difference, so we'll paste frames and you'll see now that that animation has been brought over with the motion tween, with the path, everything already. Now if this was, as I said, 10, 20, 30 layers long, it would bring them all in there. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Now you have scene 1 with the title and scene 3 or 2 what yours would show up. So if I hit Command Enter on this file, it'll actually play the first scene and that I've done, don't worry about that. So it has the intro and then naturally it'll just go through to the next scene once that timeline is finished. The last thing I want to show you is to bring up our scenes tab. Okay, so here's a color tab, info, swatches, library, but we actually want to see scenes. You go down to other panels and hit scene. Now if you can't find that, just go to help and type in scene and I'll show you where it is. So you can go to scene, other panels, scene, and it brings up our scenes. Now here is where you could put them all in there on their different scenes. Double click to name them. I'll call this ball motion. This one can be called double click title. So every time you click on one, it'll actually bring it up. So you imagine if you have many scenes here, okay, you can bring them up, you can delete them, you can create a new scene in this area. What you can also do is say I want the ball motion to be first and then the title, maybe the title, the credits, and I want them to be last. All you need to do is drag them and pull them below. So now when you play this movie, it will play the ball motion first, don't worry about that, and then go into the title. So it's as simple as that. So you insert a new scene and copy and paste it, but make sure you do it in the way with right clicking rather than hitting Command V and Command C, because it won't work. There you go.